morning,
morning.
Ronak.
Good morning, sir.
Ronak, can you see three windows?
Three windows, sir.
I am there, Mr. Sadeep and Miss Badvi.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, Ronak, we now start and begin with your brief introduction.
Sure, sir. Hi, everyone. I'm ROUNAK KHANDELWAL. I am belong from Alwar, Rajasthan. I've grown up there. I've done my schooling from there. After that, I went to Bangalore, where I did my mechanical engineering graduation. After that, I prepared for the civil services and forest services. Currently, I'm working as a LAM fellow in New Delhi.
So, civil services, you have exhausted or you would still be taking up next year?
Sir, I'm not decided yet. This year I qualified for both, but I only chose for the forest services. I did not appear for the mains this year, sir.
So, you are not totally focused on forests?
I would not say so, sir. Given I only appeared for the forest services this year, I chose to focus on solely on the forest services. And currently, I'm more inclined towards the forest services than the civil services.
Okay. Ronak, you are from Rajasthan. Now, Rajasthan has a very illustrative example of a community, Bishnoi community, for whom ethical value, protection of forest, wildlife has a ethical, value.
Yes, sir.
Now, if you were to protect the forests or get, uh, as the best way of protection today, is it the Bishnoi community approach of making it ethical and then bothering about you know conservation of forest, or you think when there are protests then only protection of forest can happen, or third is the joint forest management that will involve the community? Now, which of the three approaches you think will work in India today?
Sure, sir. So, in my opinion, the community engaged efforts sure do help the forest department. They have ethical and spiritual connects with the forest and wildlife. But so being the forest department has its own laws and policies which we have to enforce. And the joint forest management, which was devised in 1990s, is the better way forward because it brings together both the forest department and the community to, collaborate and protect the environment together. So that would be a better choice, sir.
Rajasthan also has abundant animal husbandry, Ronak,
Yes, sir.
and we can't do away with it because it livelihood of millions are involved. Now tell me, this results in overgrazing. Many of the initial desertification happen in the western Rajasthan because of this. Now overgrazing is related to livelihood. So how do you think, suppose if you're posted somewhere in Jodhpur region, in some district, how would you ensure that neither the livelihood gets affected nor there is an overgrazing? How would you protect your forests?
So the biotic pressure of grazing specifically has its own challenges. Uh, it becomes a challenge when there is overgrazing, like there is very intensive grazing in a very specific part. It can be mitigated by rotational grazing, uh, like grazing in one part, then moving the cattle elsewhere so that the area can regrow. Apart from that, sir, there are like initiatives like stall feeding, which can just provide the fodder to the cattle at their stay, so they do not venture into the forest areas.
Okay.
Uh, Apart from that, sir, we can ensure that the forest has enough time to grow, and for a brief time, we can prevent the grazing so that the new regeneration does not get hampered because of the grazing. So these kind of steps we can take so that the livelihood does not get hampered and the forest has enough time to regenerate, sir.
My last question, Ronak. Can you tell some of the India's climate commitments?
Sir, recently the cabinet also approved a new climate commitments. which was under the Paris Agreement. So the quantitative ones involve that India will be achieving 60% of the cumulative installed capacity by 2035. Um, the next one is India will achieve a carbon sink of 3.5 to 4 billion tons compared to 2005 level by 2035. And the next one is 47% reduction in carbon intensity by 2035 compared to 2005 levels. These are the quantitative ones. Apart from that, we have also qualitative goals like the life mission is there. Uh, apart from that, sir, uh, like
Okay.
yes, sir.
Net zero, net zero.
Net zero is there yes,
All
by
right.
2070.
Right. Thank you, Ronak. I pass on to Mr. Sandeep.
Thank you, Sir Ronak
Yes, sir.
from Alwar.
Yes, sir.
So, what is the situation in Sariska now?
So, Sariska, recently there has been meetings regarding the CTH boundary finalization. The Supreme Court had ordered to rationalize the critical tiger habitat boundaries because there has not been there is a mismatch in the sanctuary and the national park boundaries. So that is being done, sir. Um, Apart from that, I do not think I don't recall any recent development in Sariska, sir.
Okay, how many tigers now?
So approximately 52 tigers are there in Sariska currently.
Okay, at one time they were zero.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, what is the difference in protection now that 52 are surviving?
So the Sariska shock in 2005 was mainly due to the poaching activities and the habitat destruction of Sariska. Um, After that, there were many initiatives taken, like then wildlife intelligence was strengthened. Uh, Government also constituted the NTCA, which was responsible to enforcing the Tiger Project Tiger. Uh, the local level intelligence was strengthened in Sariska, and the tribes which were uh, taking part in activities like hunting were uh, provided alternate livelihoods, and they were nudged towards going towards other activities. Um, and the tigers were reintroduced from Ranthambore in Sariska after that, after which they continued to grow. Um, so these are certain steps which Sariska took, sir.
Okay. So, now do you visualize a body gathering intelligence, an all India body on wildlife?
So there's Wildlife Crime Control Bureau. Uh,
Okay.
so that is one, sir.
Okay. So, but what has been the success of this body?
Um I do not recall any exact data on that, but given the different projects like Project Tiger uh, and Project Cheetah, they have been a success. So I would say a better result, sir.
Okay. Okay, Ronak. Now you follow social issues through movies.
Yes, sir.
Which are the most outstanding social issues which are creating disharmony, which are creating not so very good environment in India?
So there are many social issues.
Mhm.
Like the casteism is there. I watched movies on that. There's a gender discrimination, so I saw movies on that. Apart from that, there's inequality, poverty, these kind of issues. Um, so some of them are here. These
Okay, wildlife.
sure. So wildlife is also one. Wildlife preservation and the push for development has taken some challenges. Um, so we have to maintain a balance into it. I also watched a movie called Sherni on wildlife, which shows that how the livelihood of the local people, the safety and the forest and the wildlife, when they conflict, it leads to a larger problem, and that needs to be solved by the department and the people, sir.
Okay. So, what are, in your view, the permanent solution to end this conflict between humans and animals?
So, mainly talking about the human wildlife conflict, uh, it can arise from multiple factors, but majorly the factors are like the because our protected areas are not that large to provide more space, and sometimes the habitat degradation leads to animals venturing out of the park, which leads to conflicts. And many times the forest, like people who lives nearby the forest, they venture into the forest, which leads to conflicts. So there can be multiple steps to mitigate it, like enhanced surveillance using modern machineries, AI cameras, drones, which can provide alerts to the both the forest department as well as the people when the animal ventures out, so that they can be better prepared. Apart from that, ensuring that enough food and resources are available in the protected area, so that the animal has enough of it and does not venture out of the forest. So that can be also done, sir. Uh, Carrying capacity estimation of the area and ensuring that adequate species are there and they do not exceed it, so that can also be done, sir.
Okay, my last question. You are working as a LAMP fellow in legislative research, right?
Yes, sir.
So, have you given a thought of any reforms in through the legislation for wildlife protection or forest protection or any such thing?
um, So there can be certain reforms while our forest laws are doing better, like uh, the results are good, but certain things like the incorporation of working plan and agroforestry, giving them legal backing can surely help in better outcomes, sir. Uh, and increasing the penalties also in certain cases can also be done, sir.
Okay, okay. Think about it, and maybe you can make a draft legislation. Title it also if you have an interest in that area. Thank you,
Okay, sir.
Ronak. Over to Mani.
Thank you, sir. Good to see you, Ronak.
Thank you, ma'am.
Very good morning. So you have been working, you have been a coordinator in environment team.
Yes, ma'am.
So what is in college or school?
In college, ma'am.
Okay. What is a youth? They have to be environmentally aware and conscious, and how they are not.
Sorry, ma'am, I didn't get the question.
So as a youth, how do you think each youth should be environmentally conscious? But they are not nowadays. So, what's your observation on the problems that they have in not being environmentally conscious, and how far you can bring them environmentally friendly?
Uh, Ma'am, some parts of the youth, they can be like not environmentally conscious. For that, ma'am, we can take multiple steps. Like, ma'am, our culture and our mythologies have great mentions of the how we used to live in collaboration with the forest and wildlife. So that can be used to nudge them towards an environmentally conscious lifestyle. Government also is taking multiple steps like Mission Life, which promotes an environmentally conscious life. That can be done. Apart from that, because youth is more engaged with the social media, so social media campaigns, awareness campaigns can be done uh, to highlight how the wildlife and the forest provide us multiple benefits and how they are vital for us. Um, Apart from that, ma'am, movies and songs, these kind of things influence people, so they can be also used to nudge youth towards that.
Okay,
um,
Ram.
that, ma'am.
Tell me, what as a person in your daily life you think that you are environmentally friendly?
Uh, I can find certain behaviors, like I have a promise to myself that I will not litter anywhere, and whoever is close to me, I always ask them not to litter if they if I see them littering. I use public transport to commute, so I do not contribute to additional emissions. Um, Also, not regularly, but sometimes when I get the opportunity, I participate in plantations, in such activities, gardening. So these are certain measures, ma'am.
Okay. So you were interested in movies on social issues. Can you tell me one important movie that caught your attention?
Ma'am, recently I watched a movie called Homebound, which was about a story of two friends, how they, because of their social background, they had to face discrimination. And after the COVID lockdown, they faced challenges to reach back home, and one of them tragically died during that journey. So it showed how different social issues and uh, concerns align, and they lead to such tragic accidents, ma'am.
So what do you think we can eliminate such discrimination, especially on caste?
Uh, Ma'am, while the Constitution provides affirmative action in the form of reservation and provides right to equalities under Article 14, the social behavior has been changing, but it needs to change more. For that, ma'am, government can do social awareness campaigns and uh, increase the interaction between different communities, because if intersex marriage, intercaste marriages, uh, they are currently not up to that mark. So if they are increased, so the caste consciousness will also decrease. So these kind of measures can be promoted.
How we can improve the efficiency of the parliament?
Ma'am, there has been issues with the parliamentary productivity and efficiency. For that, ma'am, multiple steps have been recommended, like having a dedicated and fixed calendar of parliament so that the sittings can be ensured. Because there are times when the sittings are not held uh, as much as they need to be. Apart from that, ma'am, there are recommendations like the reforming the anti-defection law, so that the MPs can be more uh, autonomous to express their views in the parliament. Um, Apart from that, ma'am, recently uh, there were multiple steps by individual MPs to increase the productivity, like ensuring at least some form of attendance by the parties of their MPs, so that a threshold should be there, so that the adequate people present in the parliament. These are some of the reforms I can suggest, ma'am.
What do you think you can do about this car scraps? Though we have the car scrapping policy, it's not adequately practiced. So what do you think we can do?
Sure, ma'am. Ma'am, car scrapping policy is a very progressive policy which aims to promote uh, removing the old vehicles and promoting environmentally beneficial new vehicles. So for that, we can provide incentives like the Delhi EV policy, which is to be introduced. Reports that there will be incentives for the scrapping policy. People have a connect with their old vehicles. So if there can be any awareness campaigns or nudge policies to show them how their culture, their affiliation towards the old vehicle is leading to such negative impacts, and which needs to be reduced, so that that can be done. Uh, Apart from them, stricter laws like that in Delhi, the petrol was banned for that. So these kind of
Okay,
regulations.
Rohan. My last question is, if you are there at your home or any place, look around you, and tell me how there are certain appliances at your home or your office, how we can make it environment friendly.
Um, Multiple appliances are around me, and like the fridge is there, AC is there.
Just
So
take
to make
one.
the
Just take one, or in general, you can say about home appliances.
and for appliances, there can be steps like buying a like 5-star appliances that are there. So because they are more environmentally friendly, so they can be used. If there is any appliance like the kitchen stove which is using LPG or something, which it can be shifted to the electric induction cooker, so that will reduce emissions. Um, uh, like these are the some of the measures I can think of.
Thank you, Ronak.
Thank you.
Over to you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Ronak, you like seeing social issue movies.
Yes, sir.
Can you recall some movie which you have seen which reflects on some social issue?
So, as I mentioned previously, I watched a movie called Homebound. Apart from that, I watched a movie called Mrs., which showed how the gender discrimination takes place and how the females have to sacrifice on their dreams to accommodate the patriarchal household demands. So
Mhm.
that was also I watched.
So, how do you see child marriages in Rajasthan? Is it decreasing, or you think the custom is as robust as it used to be 10, 20 years before?
Sir, as per the NFHS data, it is surely decreasing. As per the NFHS 4, it was around 35%, and as per NSS 5, it is 25%. So 10% decrease was there, but still it is being practiced. Um, for that, many steps have been taken and should more so be taken. Like there are certain festivals during which mass child marriages take place. So for that, the government and the local department has taken steps to urge the local leaders and the social leaders to nudge the people to not practice such policies.
All the best to you, Ronak.
Good luck, Ronak.
Thank you, sir.
Energy. Just remember,
You